Hello, everybody. I'm Don Counts. Welcome into our program, our monthly program with our CEO, General Manager Britt Dye. Hello, Britt.
Good morning, Don.
How's it going?
Good.
Got a lot going on. You know, this whole month of April has went by really, really quickly. We're going to come to work on Monday, and it's going to be May.
That it is.
Yep, and we've got a lot going on. First of all, I'd like to say congratulations on your father-in-law, your late father-in-law, Jimmy Ellis, who got in the Lincoln County High School Hall of Fame last night.
Yes, he did, and we're very proud of that. And, Coach was a great guy, a good leader, and really looked up to him. I've been around Coach since I was 13 years old, and we spent a lot of time together and for a long time. So thought the world of Coach Ellis.
You learned a lot from him, I'm sure, and I'm sure that's where you learned some of your management skills from him.
Well, we learned a lot, especially through the summers when we'll be hauling hay for the public, and Mr. Jimmy Buchanan, he was involved as well. So, that's two great guys to work around because they always taught you something. And, the value of life. And, we all played sports, which Coach was involved in, and Mr. B was, a drafts person, that kind of thing. But it'd be hard to ever replace, with Coach. And like I said, Mr. B, he's still around, and we still talk every now and then. But they're good men.
Good men, that's right. And that's where we learn people we look up to. And I'm proud that the school recognized Coach Jimmy Ellis for getting in the Hall of Fame last night. Let's talk about what's going on here. We've got the Broadband Grant is still going on. That's for the east side of the county.
That it is, and, we got all the paperwork and the requirements turned into the state, and we're just waiting to hear back, which we maybe by the end of May, not sure, but or quicker, and we'll just see how it turns out.
A lot of people need the internet, broadband at their home. We really saw the need for it during the COVID pandemic, but there's still a lot of people who it's hard to imagine not have it to where they can just do what they need to at home.
Well, what everybody has found out that you can do a lot of work from home now via the internet, and that's the way it's changed, and I'm sure that it will continue to change and go that way, because we all found out a lot of ways you can do without being in the office, and when it's available to do that, and that's why a lot of people, they need the broadband service these days.
Yep. All right. Well, we're going to move on to April is National Safe Digging Month, and this spring there's been a lot of construction going on from place to place, so a lot of digging.
Well, it's very, very important to call 811 for locates. It can be very, very expensive, of what you hit if we have to go out and repair, or if it's AT&T, if it's Spectrum, or whoever the provider is, and it will cost you.
I was noticing on one of our FPU radios the other day, they had to send somebody out for an emergency locate. I don't know what's involved in an emergency locate, but I guess we have people on duty to do that if need be.
Well, we do if that's what's needed. We'll have to call, additional people in to get it done.
Yeah.
The regular locate takes up 3 days. If you got emergency locate, we try to get somebody on the spot because you're either fixing a water line or wastewater line or something like that.
You've already got into something more like that.
That is correct.
Okay, that's the emergency part.
Right.
I got you. Well, anyway, so don't forget to please dial 811 if you're doing any kind of digging whatsoever, and it'll take 3 days to get it all done, but then after then you're in good shape, ready to go.
That's correct.
All right.
And then you got to keep in mind there's a lot of fiber in the ground today.
Oh yeah.
And that's very, very expensive to repair by the time you get through splicing and getting the right equipment out, and takes additional equipment. It's just a whole different ball game from just splicing a regular cable drop to a fiber drop.
Oh yeah, we've seen some automobile accidents and things like that. Literally can cut a whole city off. So be very, very careful there. All right, budget billing. This is May is going to be budget billing catch-up month. A lot of people might like budget billing because it kind of keeps your bill kind of level.
That it does, and especially the folks that are on fixed income and those kinds of things, it really helps those out very much. And you don't have to be on fixed income to be on budget billing.
Right.
It's just that's the way people like it because they're expecting about the same bill every month. And then, we sometime, well, I think it's next month, actually in May, that, we'll be refunding of those that's overpaid or whatever we have to do to make sure it's all back even again.
I guess most of the time it's kind of close, though, right?
It is kind of close, and but we do send out a lot of refund checks too. So.
Okay, well. Anyway, so if you're on a budget, you know what you're budgeting for your electric utility bills, you can get on budget billing here. All you got to do is call or stop by, and we will get you set up on that. Well, Britt, I guess we've had our student utility board for, I guess, 10 years, would you say? Something like that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so 10 years is a long time. We just got finished up with the last regular month of our class, and we'll have an awards day coming up on May the 5th. And we've had a great group of students. I tell you, I know it makes you proud because that's something you came up with, and it's been a very successful program.
Yes, it has been very successful, and some of the students we have had, got here working, and
that's right.
It gives them an opportunity to do that too. But yeah, it's been great. We had a lot of great kids come through on the student utility board, and like I said, next month I'll finish up this group, and we'll get ready to start another group.
So if you've got a child or grandchild that's going to be a senior at any of the schools, we have 3 each year from the city school system. Mm-hmm. We have 3 from the county, and then we also have 1 from our CA. All you have to do is pick up an application at your school, and the one thing about it is, in our situation, the schools pick who we get, and they've done a really good job over the years because we've had some outstanding young people who have went on, like you said, come to work here, but we've got to use some as interns, and we learn a lot from those young people.
Yes, we do. And that's the way we talk about it. New technology, and these students that come through, they know a lot about new technology, and you got the older guys like me, I guess you can say, that's getting used to this new technology. But if you mix the young with the old and with the new technology, we have been able to solve a lot of things in different ways.
Absolutely. We last week we had the Student Utility Board here along with Leadership Lincoln, which they both happened to be in here the same day, and they got to see the safety trailer. You might talk a little bit about that day.
Yeah, we had our safety trailer, which we're going to be demonstrating it again next month with Farm Safety Day. Okay. And, we'll actually light it up at 7,200 volts and show them what can really happen if you were to get into a power line, if it's a car wreck, what not to do, and those kinds of things. Just trying to educate to be sure you understand and show you an example of what can happen. Need to really think before you react to something.
Yeah, the safety trailer is very amazing to see because you get to see lots of sparks, and I guess that's what it's kind of. No, that's not sparks. Arcs. A lot of difference in a spark and an arc. But anyway, these are real arcs.
Real arcs.
Yeah.
7,200 volt arcs.
Yeah, these will kill you, and so our linemen are actually demonstrating, and Britt talks about what all goes on there. So. It's very, very good, and I think leadership enjoyed it, and I know our student utility board did too. So, and they also got to see the skater room. You might mention that room. It's kind of our communications room in my book, but it's much more than that in your book.
Well, it's a control room where we can actually move loads around in different parts of the county to all the different substations to some degree, and we have our load readings coming in, our alarms come in at this location. And we can actually see what's going on at several different locations, which even means more points that we have now hooked up since we started running more fiber out into the rural community, because we got more equipment hooked up that we can control here from the office.
Yeah, it's an amazing room. It's got automatic vehicle location where we can see where the trucks are. It's got tons of cameras, and I love that part all over the FPU. Not just here, but from water tanks to all of our other facilities offsite here.
That's correct. With the Homeland Security helped out quite a bit in that, but we also apply for grants to get some funds to help supply the money that we can get to do that as well. But we've increased our security quite a bit.
Yeah, and it's got in bad weather, you can see the radar in there on the screen. So. If something's going on, that's the place to be, and that's where we head when that happens, and try to keep everything going. So,
right.
We're going to move on and talk about the writing contest. That's something that's been around longer than I've been here, Britt. It's this year our students. It's a writing contest. I'm going to tell you who those students are. DeAndre Allen from Fayetteville High School won the writing contest overall. Then it was Lauren Buntley from Lincoln County High School. And Karis Gillum, that's right, with a K, so with a C, but it's a K, Karis Gillum from RCA, and we appreciate those. They'll be winning a $1,000 scholarship as well as some other opportunities as well. So, and then next year, hopefully, we'll get back into the Washington New Tour again if things get better in that area and get back into that routine. That's really what it's called.
Yeah, I hope that's the case. It's just there's still areas that's very tight on due to the COVID and those kinds of things, and maybe next year, like you said, we can get back into getting the kids off to Washington, D.C.
Yep. Well, May is, like I say, just a few days away, and it's also the National Electric Safety Month. And when we talk about that, you preach safety every day here because our guys are working with 7200 and all these high voltage and also the gas and all the other guys. But in this case, we're talking about electrical safety at home, trying to get everybody to be careful because a 110 outlet will kill you.
Yes, it can. And, this time of year it's getting to be pretty, and everybody wants to do a lot of cleaning, and you got work on antennas, and you want to clean out your gutters and all those kinds of things. So you go grab ladders and, always be cautious what's above you. And if you go to start digging, you got underground gas, you got underground primary too in some locations. And, everybody's wanting to do everything because it gets so pretty, but at the same time, you got to think about safety.
Got to be careful, that's for sure. Well, we got Memorial Day coming up next month. We'll be closed on that Monday, and so if you have any problems, we still have people here 24 hours a day. Some people think that that's not the case, but I mean, you can call in here at 2 o'clock in the morning and you're going to get an answer.
Yeah, you're going to get an answer, and we do have people on call, so, anything that happens. Not normal routine work, right, kind of things, but, if there's any type of emergency or something that comes up, we're ready to respond. And also, you're talking about Memorial Day, and we'll also be putting the flags out next month, like we did last year with Miss Linda Williams was, get that up with the veterans. And so we'll be putting those out again next month, and I hope maybe later on this year we'll get the brackets up that goes out to Huntsville Highway as we finish up that job that we replace the poles and all those conductor out through that way. So
about how many flags did you put out last year?
I believe it was better than 100 flags, if I remember right.
It looked like a whole bunch. I know. They seemed like they were everywhere. And
if it wasn't better than 100, it was close to 100.
Okay.
It was a bunch.
I thought you was going to say 500. It looked like it anyway because they was everywhere. But anyway, so you're going to have the same amount this year probably?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that'll be good. That'll be good. So looking forward to seeing that. Don't forget to get on the Smart Hub app. That'll tell you about our outages. That's a very high-tech thing that kind of connects in here through SCADA somehow or another, I'm assuming, right?
Well, it does, and, it goes through the meter, and because we got the advanced meter infrastructure in place. And
the key thing is we've got a lot going on this month. We appreciate you leading our way here and keeping us straight. And anything else before we go?
No, it's just hope everybody has a great weekend. It is getting pretty and warm, and thunderstorms are coming through about every time it gets really warm, so just be prepared.
Last year, let's see, what year was it? I mean, you spent a lot of time together about this time of year when that tornado went through. And yeah, it happened in 2011, happened in 2014. I think there's one in 2005. Hopefully we don't have anything like that, but in your position, you always have to be ready just in case.
Yeah, we always have to be ready to go.
Yeah, so we will hope that don't happen, but April has always been notoriously kind of a rough month, but we're easing into May, so maybe we'll snuck by one.
Right.
All right. CEO General Manager Britt Dye has been our guest this morning, and we will talk to him again next month or anytime something's coming up. We will see you right here on YouTube and on our Facebook channel here on Fayetteville Public Utilities.